Hey man, this Porsche Tony. So this is another episode going from an A ball all the way to a brick. So now I'm gonna tell you guys how this big athlete she was finessing motherfuckers out of $50,000 a week and shit. You know what I'm saying? At the strip club and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like as she became a good customer, you know what I'm saying? She would spend anywhere from 500 to 1,000 a day. You know what I'm saying with my crew and shit. The Uber drivers and shit I had all around the city. So she spent some good money, right? So um one of my drivers, you know what I'm saying? He's telling me he's like, man, I've been mean. Your girl asked me, you know what I'm saying? But every time I meet the bitch, she at a high end restaurant and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And the guys that she with, you understand what I'm saying? They be like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and these older white guys they be falling out and shit and fucking. You understand what I'm saying? And they just look. You understand what I'm saying? Like wasted and shit. So I'm like, okay. I mean, yeah. And they was like, man, every time she meet us with one of you guys, you know what I'm saying? She buy, $3,000 worth of cocaine and shit, pure cocaine, pure Dominican cocaine and shit. I'm like, shit. I mean, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really paid no mind to it. You understand what I'm saying? And they was telling me, yeah, we pick her up and she give us extra. She take they got her ATM and they take out a couple $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And we drop her off at the strip club. You understand what I'm saying? On the side of the strip club, not in front of the strip club, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really paying no mind to it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, I got other shit to attend to, but this is what they telling me. My drivers be telling me if they see anything going on and shit. So, um, come to find out, right? One day I turn on the news and shit, and I see Ashley's face on the news and shit, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on, right? So they saying on the news that, this bitch was, putting a Mickey in these, and motherfuckers wearing, with black cars and shit, and, black American Express cars, with Rolexes, older, rich white man, you know what I'm saying? She would meet him at a restaurant, put a Mickey in the drink and shit, and take him back to the strip club, and then run up the bill with on the credit card and shit, 50, you know, 80, 100,000, you know what I'm saying? 30,000, 20,000, she just run up the credit card and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, the feds they call wind to the scam and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they had to, you know what I'm saying? They did a sweep, in the strip club, they arrested the manager, a couple other bitches, everybody was in on it, bartender and shit, you understand what I'm saying? And they was over, cause they was overcharging these guys cars. So these older rich white men when they would come back to their senses, the next day, what I'm saying, they get a notification and they start calling the banks and shit. So that's what happened, with Ashley and shit. You know what I'm saying? So and then I started putting two and two together. I'm like, man, every time this bitch hit me up, you know what I'm saying? My driver's telling me that this, older rich white man with her, you know what I'm saying? He pissy drunk and shit and almost falling out and pissing on himself and blurring his words and shit. So I'm like, shit. I guess that's what this bitch was doing and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I backed up from that whole strip club after that because I'm like, shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all being indicted by the feds and shit. Y'all got all this other shit going on. I gotta let y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying?